Hey there, beautiful. Welcome back to Sip Tea with me, where we're all about authentic living, big transformations, and blissing out on the journey. If you're new here, I'm Lisa, your transformational guide, and today we're talking about something that just might change your life, letting go. I know, you're like, but Lise, I'm not ready to let go. And I am just going to tell you to trust me. I get it. I've been there. I am there. I will be there again. And guess what? So will you. The idea of surrendering, releasing control, and embracing the unknown can feel a little terrifying. But guess what? That's where the magic happens. Seriously, when we hold on to things too tight, whether it's people, jobs, or perfect plans, our energy gets stuck. And when we let go, we free up space to invite in what we truly desire. It's like cleaning out the junk drawer, only to find room for new, shiny things that serve us. So grab a cuppa and a journal, and let's explore why letting go might just be the most empowering thing you can do to transform and awaken your own authenticity.
Hey fam, are you ready to prioritize your mental health, build that strong bod, grow some wealth, and pursue your passions with purpose in this crazy world? Then you've come to the right table. Grab a cuppa and get ready to sip tea with me. I'm your host, Aunt Lise, here to serve up the tea to help you find freedom and clarity in the midst of chaos and confusion. Your Riz needs to be fire because your unique gifts are what's going to create massive impact and initiate change right now. So get ready to slay because your authenticity is about to be lit.
So I'm going to start us off today with a little something I have been slow to let go of. And honestly, I have to admit, I beat myself up for a while for holding on so long. I've had to remind myself of the lessons that come with all of the processes. I am where I need to be to learn what I need to know, and you are too. So here's my story. A few years ago, I made the decision to become a flight attendant. Most of you might know that. But before I even applied, I had to let go of some pretty big limiting beliefs. I questioned my age, wondering if I was too old for the career. I was 47 at the time, and I wasn't sure if this was the path that would truly suit me. I wasn't sure if I could really make it work, but once I got through training and moved to a new city and embraced this new life, I realized this job was offering me things I didn't expect. It brought amazing experiences, and the relationships that I've built along the way have shaped me in ways I never saw coming. But here's the thing. As time passed, I started to feel something inside me shift. Flying had served its purpose, but it no longer felt aligned with who I am. The long hours, the low pay, and even the travel perks that used to excite me, they didn't fill me the way they once did. Letting go of something that's been such a big part of my life wasn't easy, and I'll be honest with you, a part of me is still attached to those travel benefits. I'm just 1 year away from reaching a milestone where I can retire with those benefits. But the more I think about it, the more I ask myself, what could I have created in the past 3 years if I had let go sooner? What could I create in the next year if I stepped fully into what lights me up now? What if I just started living more authentically right now? That's when everything began to change. I moved from feeling stuck and unsure to feeling truly grateful for everything I've experienced. Gratitude does wonders for what often seems ugly or challenging. I realized that I don't have to wait, and it's time for me to dive fully into my soul's work. And when I made that shift, everything started to fall into place. The universe or God, whatever, started responding. People began showing up to support the work that I was meant to do. Opportunities started to flow, and things became a lot clearer. Now there is a certain feeling of trust and knowing my choices to let go create ease and synergy. For example, I connected with Jennifer Dragonette, who leads the Bold Action Collective podcasting group. Through her, I've learned so much about how to grow my podcast and to reach a bigger audience. And then there's Deborah Darras. She came into my life and introduced me to the incredible possibilities of AI and public speaking, tools that have already taken my work to a whole new level. And last week, I had a call out of the blue from my girlfriend, Leah, who lives in Australia. We had this conversation, and it was amazing because from the moment we connected years ago, we both knew we were meant to create something together. The time's gone by, but now the time has come, and we are planning a retreat in Bali this May. It feels like it's all coming together. If you want to join us at the retreat, just a little note, you can check the show notes or DM me on socials for more details. The key takeaway here is when you let go, you're not just clearing space in your life, you're sending a powerful, clear message to the universe that you're ready to receive what aligns with your vision, your deepest desires, and the next big chapter in your life. When you trust and surrender, everything you need starts to flow towards you. The right people, the right opportunities, and the right experiences all come into your life. And that energy, it is magnetic. The moral of the story, you just got to let that shit go. Because when you hold on to things, whether it's a relationship that's not working, a job that drains you, or an expectation of how life should go, it's like trying to hold on to a beach ball underwater. You're pushing it down, fighting against the natural flow of life, and guess what? It is exhausting. Here's the thing. Holding on stagnates your energy. It's like you're putting all of your precious vibes into a leaky boat that's just not going to float anymore, and it's tiring. And you know, when you're traveling and you have that moment where you realize you are totally free, likely it was because you let go of all the stress and expectations and shoulds. And suddenly, bam, you feel lighter, more connected to yourself and the world around you. It's because you made space for new experiences, new opportunities, and most importantly, new energy. I know you've heard the word manifesting thrown around a lot, but what does it really mean? Manifesting is the process of turning your desires into reality through focused intention, action, and energy. You're aligning with what you want, not just in your thoughts, but in your energy, your frequency, and your vibration. Everything in this world is made up of energy and vibrating at a certain frequency. And when you match your own frequency to the energy of what you desire, you start attracting it into your life. The law of attraction kicks in here, and it's like tuning your radio to the right station. You can't hear your favorite song if you're on the wrong frequency, right? So what happens when you let go? Well, that's when that magic happens. When you let go, you open up space for something better, more aligned with who you are. Well, that's when the magic happens. So what happens when you let go? Well, that's when the magic happens. When you let go, you open up space for something better, more aligned with who you are. We talk a lot about who you used to be or who you're becoming, but really the truth is you are who you are and you're just remembering that. All of these spaces you open up allow you to remember your truth. Letting go allows you to uncover your true self. And when you surrender and trust the journey, that's when the universe can finally work that magic. The truth is, life is meant to flow like a river. When you let it go, you're not losing control, you're gaining freedom. Trust me, I've been there holding on to something or someone so tightly that I couldn't see the bigger picture. If you really want to read something about that, about holding on, you'll pick up The Men We Meet, 15 Key Lessons Learned and Loved, where I talk about a lot of holding on and letting go. But when I finally surrendered, that's when everything kicked in. The relationships, the opportunities, the new adventures, they all came to me effortlessly. And guess what? It was way more fun than I could have ever imagined or even planned. When you're stuck in the I have to control this mindset, it's like trying to swim upstream. You're wearing yourself out. Instead, you need to flow downstream. Let go of the oars. Trust the current and see where it takes you. Here's a little tip for you. Next time you feel like you're grasping for control, take a deep breath, smile and say, I trust the flow of life. I surrender the need to control this, and watch what happens. Trust is a huge part of this. Trusting that things will unfold just as they're meant to, trusting that you're exactly where you need to be right now. And it's not just about trust in the outcome, but trust in the lessons you're learning along the way. Every challenge, every roadblock, and every moment of uncertainty is a step towards the transformation that's already happening. Gratitude for where you're at is key here. It's about appreciating the lessons, the growth, and definitely the journey itself. Okay, I've sold you on the idea of letting go. But how do you actually do it? I've got some steps that will help you. Get there, and fortunately, they are not hard. So step number 1, reflect on what you're holding on to. Take a moment to think about what you've been gripping onto for dear life. Is it a relationship that's past its prime, a job that no longer lights you up, an expectation that things should be a certain way? Just jot it down, write it out. Writing it out makes it real. If you're in the car, you're doing something else, of course, you can come back to the journal prompts. They'll all be in the show notes for easy access. All right, step number 2, set an intention to let go. You don't have to force it, but decide to open yourself up to the idea of release. Just make a small step, like letting go of a toxic friendship or a limiting belief about your career, like I did. Remember in my flight attendant story, I talked about wanting to let go, but wanting to also hold on for those benefits. And in that space, if I was going to hold on, I needed to decide how tightly I was going to hold on. And I decided to just completely loosen the grip and hold on just enough to get those benefits in a year when I retire. The thing is that it opened the space for other things to come to me. I started letting go enough so that I could open the door wide in my other areas of my life. And when that happened, everything started to come in. You don't have to force it, but decide to open yourself up to the idea of release. Maybe it's a small step like letting go of a toxic friendship or limiting a belief about your career. Intentions are like planting seeds of transformation. Remember, it's like my flight attendant story. I was saying, I need to hold on for one more year, but I didn't need to hold on to it as tightly. I needed to start opening the space, letting go of the hold that career had on me so that I could find my way back to my teaching and my truth and my creating and my collaborating. And when I did that, it allowed me to have more energy. And if you set the intention, you will find more energy too. Actually, with my flight attending, what I started telling people instead of my health coaching and my transformational guide and the yoga teaching and all those things, I used to tell people that was my side gig. But now I'm telling people that flight attending is my side gig and that all of those other things are my truth and my biggest focus. So it's really shifted the energy, and I hope you can find a way to shift yours too. I know that you will. Number 3, imagine what's possible when you let go. Okay, I love this so much. Now take a moment to imagine what could happen if you really let go. What would it feel like to release the weight you've been carrying? Picture the space it would open up for something new, something better. In my book, I say something like, if not you, then better, when I'm talking about relationships. But this is the same concept here. Who or what might show up in your life when you trust and surrender? It could be a new opportunity, a person who aligns with your truth, or an unexpected moment of freedom. Reflect on the possibilities and let your imagination run wild. The beauty of letting go is that it makes room for the unexpected, and that's where the real magic happens. Number 4, create a ritual of surrender. Whether it's writing a letter and burning it or saying a prayer of release, create a simple ritual that symbolizes your willingness to let go, and don't overthink it. Sometimes you just need to do the thing that makes the magic happen. It's really important, this do the thing. We think about manifesting and we talk about creating things, but we actually have to take the action. And that's why these podcasts and the new revision of the Men We Meet all come with journal prompts and reflections and affirmations, because those are the initiations for taking action. I feel like maybe the energy of the past many years, especially the ones where they locked us down, they kind of made us stagnant and they kind of disconnected us. And this situation with taking action is really where we're going. It's really what's propelling us forward to become our highest selves. All right, here's where the fun begins. Manifesting with ease. When we let go of what's no longer serving us, the universe has room to send us exactly what we need. When we think about relationships, this will allow us to let go of the pressure to find the one. Instead, you'll trust that the right people will come into your life when the timing is aligned with your true self. Around career, don't stress about finding the perfect job. Let go of the need for perfection and watch as opportunities come knocking at your door. Health and wealth. Let go of old beliefs about what you deserve and how hard you think you need to work for it. When you let go of scarcity, abundance flows effortlessly. The trick to manifesting is to align your energy with what you want, and that only happens when you let go of what's holding you back. So let's end this beautiful time together with some affirmations and journal prompts to guide you through this process. can start with, I release control and embrace the flow of life. I release control and embrace the flow of life. Number 2, I trust that everything I need is already on its way to me. I trust that everything I need is already on its way to me. Number 3, I let go of fear and open myself to new possibilities. I let go of fear and open myself to new possibilities. And some beautiful journal prompts would be, what am I holding onto that no longer serves my highest good? 2, what areas of my life can I allow more flow and less control? 3, how does it feel to trust the unknown and let go of the outcome? And 4, what am I grateful for in this moment and what lessons have I learned from this experience? And there you have it, lovely souls. Letting go isn't about losing something. It's about creating space for something better. It's about trusting the journey, knowing that everything you desire is already on its way to you, having some gratitude for what you already have in your world, stepping into the flow, letting go of the old, and getting ready for the magic that's waiting just around the corner. Thanks so much for joining me today on Sip Tea with me. If this episode resonated with you, share it with someone that could use a little more flow in their life. Until next time, surrender to the journey, trust the process, and always stay true to your beautiful, authentic self.
Thanks so much for listening and following Sip Tea with me. It's so important that you embrace your passion and purpose so that you can have a massive impact and take necessary action to change the world. This time with you means so much to me because it allows me to honor and serve my life purpose of inspiring, empowering, and awakening the hearts and minds of you, the next gen, because you are our future. Remember, I'm here to help. I see you. I believe in your ability to make the world a better place. Make sure you hit that follow button, invite a friend, and tune in again next week, fam, as we continue to transform, evolve, and awaken authenticity together. Until then, much love from Auntie Lise.